What is up, guys? It is Bob Blah Blah, and today I want to talk about Black Ops 3. It is out. It's been a few days. I want to give myself some time to kind of soak it in. I'm up to rank 45, I believe. I've gotten plenty of time to play it. I want to give you guys an accurate assessment of the game, in my opinion, and I want to find out what you guys are thinking. So definitely leave in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking of the game, what you like, what you don't like. So far, I'm having a good time playing it. Let's get this out of the way. It is way better than Advanced Warfare, and obviously way better than Ghosts. It's right there with Black Ops 2, and of course, being a sequel to Black Ops 2, it feels very similar. You take away the jumping and stuff. Now, keep in mind, we kind of knew what to expect, right? There was a beta in this game, and the beta wasn't that long ago. The game hasn't changed a whole lot. It plays very similar, but obviously having all the maps makes it different, and we're now getting to see some of the later stuff, and as this game goes along, which this hasn't happened yet, we'll get to see how players react to some of the stuff you get later on. Maybe we'll see a lot more of those shock charges or whatever they're called that kill you, trip mines. That's what they are. Crap like that, but overall so far I'm really enjoying it. Let's talk about some of the good and bad things that I'm seeing out there. So first of all, I really like what they've done with Domination. I love the fact that they now, even though it switches rounds in the middle, they allow the score to go to 200, so it gives you a chance to come back. You're never mathematically eliminated. About time they did that. It's really annoying last couple games that they didn't have that. But overall, like the maps are almost all linear. They're almost all 3-lane maps. They're very simple. I like that. I don't like the huge sprawling maps of Ghosts, for instance. I like 3-lane maps. They make it more predictable, which I think is a good thing. Predictability, in my opinion, makes Call of Duty a lot better when you kind of have a good map flow. When you don't have that, when you have like randomly designed maps, which is some of the Ghost maps, for instance, you just don't know where people are going to be. And by the way, I fall off the map so much. I seriously do. Like every game, I'm falling off the map. I cannot wall run for crap. I got to go do some free running to practice that because I am really bad at it. So I really like the map so far. I try to think of a map I don't like. I don't think there's a single map that I actually dislike. There's no map, like in Ghost, there was a bunch of maps I never wanted to play. In this game, I'm okay with playing any map. Now, it's early, that could change. There's some maps that I've only played 3 times for whatever reason so far, so that could change. The specialists, let's talk about those. One of my things that I predicted I would not like is the specialist, and that's kind of held true. Just not my thing. I don't like running around. I say that as I'm using the Tempest, but I don't like running into somebody starting a gunfight and then getting killed by a one-shot Annihilator or Tempest, which is I'm killed by a lot. The Sparrow, just it's not enjoyable for me. I don't like it. It's not game breaking. It's just something I dislike. I don't think they should have had lethal specialists in this game. One thing, by the way, in this game, I believe I'm using a gun with a silencer. The silencers in this game are brutal. Like, they take off so much range. Drifter just did a video on it. I think it takes off like 80% of your range. So trust me, don't use them. I haven't had much luck with them outside of a couple games where for some reason they worked well. But most of the time, I feel like I'm shooting blanks, and I just end up getting destroyed when I use a silencer. This one game it worked, but most of the time it does not. I highly recommend not using them. Some of the things I don't like the score streaks. So far they're kind of boring, and they don't seem worth getting. Like the higher end ones, they just don't seem worth getting for how much work you have to put into getting them. I do like wraps. They're pretty fun, but outside of that, the high kill streaks, I have no urge for them. Now, I haven't got the mothership yet, so maybe that's awesome, but from what I've seen in other videos, it's not looking that great. So the streaks are pretty disappointing, which is kind of like Black Ops 2. I mean, the streaks weren't overpowered. The Swarm was awesome, but outside of the Swarm, nothing was that great. Whereas if you go back to Black Ops 1, you had Blackbird Chopper Gunner dogs, and it was just unreal, right? Like if you did that, you were always money, and so you just get like 20 kills from your streaks, and that was awesome. That's one of the things COD's gone away from. They've kind of gone away from overpowered streaks. I get it. On the one hand, it's no fun being on the receiving end of those. On the other hand, it made the game really fun. Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1 both had hugely overpowered streaks, and Modern Warfare 3, and it made for a lot of fun. Well, Modern Warfare 3 had the Moab. I wouldn't call it overpowered, but it gave you something to shoot for that was worth getting. This game, score streaks, the bigger ones are kind of weak. Right now, the Hardened Sentry might be the best streak in the game, and part of that's because people aren't using EMP nades. Once people have unlocked the EMP nades, I don't think it'll be that good anymore, but as of right now, it's really good. But in general, guys, I'm really enjoying the game. It's a breath of fresh air compared to Advanced Warfare and Ghosts. I would say my biggest complaint is actually parties. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I want to know if we're the only ones. We're constantly getting kicked from party, even though we all have open NAT. We're getting kicked from the game, kicked from party. I get a blue screen sometimes. You have to go all the way back to the main menu. It's really annoying. The other thing is lobby issues. If you guys had this where you'll be playing 6v6 Dom, you'll get to a lobby, it'll be 7 versus 5 or 8 versus 6. All kinds of crazy stuff's going on in the lobbies. And that stuff's kind of sad because Treyarch's had 3 years to develop this game, and to have these issues that really shouldn't be in Call of Duty anymore. The game's been out long enough. They should should have that stuff solved. That's kind of disappointing. Also, the loading time between lobbies. There's like this black screen that comes up for like 30 seconds, sometimes a minute. Really annoying. But outside of that, really liking it. Obviously, I'm not trying to be really positive because the game has only been out for a little bit, and we have yet to discover the good and the bad that will truly develop as people, learn how to abuse things. That's what they do. So right now, I give the game an 8 out of 10, and we'll talk more about some of the things I see that I like, some of the guns I like, and some of the perk combos that I think you might not expect. So that's going to be my next video. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, and I will talk to you guys later. Take it easy.